Oh, that was perfect. That was great. Well, I just want to say, on behalf of the Greater Pensacola Chamber of Commerce and our now 1,128 members, welcome to the Chamber, and we're just so excited to have Osteo Strong as a member of the Chamber. You have a beautiful facility here right off of 12th Avenue, and we're just excited to have you.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today and thank the Chamber as well for your support. We're just really proud to be a member of your Chamber and of the Pensacola community. So thank you so much. And Osteo Strong is here to serve the community and everyone, so we just really appreciate of awesome. This. Awesome. So thank you so much.
Certificate.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Appreciate it. Okay, great. Thank you so much.
All right, Ms. Shauna, if you could pass that off maybe over to Casey or one of your other team members, we'll come on over. Oh, Casey, you're actually going to be in the interview, aren't you? So come on over here.
There we go.
Okay, everyone. So first off, I'd like to introduce to you Ms. Shauna and Casey. They are running the show over here, Osteo Strong. First off, I need to shout out our ribbon cutting sponsor, which is Fairfield by Marriott, Pensacola Pine Forest. Thank you so much for your support. So now we're going to go ahead and start off with, first, I want to get with you, Shauna, and I'd love to hear the origin story of Osteo Strong. What kind of fuels your passion for what you all do here, and how did you get involved with this?
It's a great question. So I originally got involved in Osteo Strong because I had been diagnosed with osteoporosis at the age of 55. And when I was diagnosed, I did some research and I decided that going the prescription route wasn't what I wanted to start with. I wanted to try a natural approach. And so I actually found an Osteo Strong in Fairhope, Alabama, and went there for a year, and in a year I was able to reduce my osteoporosis. So yeah, I mean, so for me it was a very personal journey as to why I wanted to do this. And then my husband was very supportive. He's also a co-owner, Norm. He and I talked about it and said, you know, we can have our money in investment or whatever, or we can help the community and help other people and help with getting, you know, trying to reverse this disease for many people. As, a lot of people don't think about their bones until something happens, but it's really an important thing. So for me, yeah, very personal journey.
I love that testimony, and that really makes you believe in what you're doing. This is not just a venture to generate some income, but you're here to change people's lives just much like your life was changed. So that's fantastic. Good to hear. And now, Casey, how about you?
Okay. So I've been here for a little over 2 years, and it started my bone density journey, and now I am a bone advocate. So at 44 years old, I now know that preventative and also maintenance of bone density is very important for everybody. So that's what we're here for. So we have an alternative measure to help to build bone density naturally. So I'm really happy to be a part of this. I'm happy to be a part with Shauna, and I love what I do every day. I love what I do. So.
Well, that is wonderful. Thank you very much. Two very passionate people here running the show here at the Pensacola Osteo Strong. All right, so you mentioned some things. I've got a lot of questions. Now, I know you're talking about bone strength, bone density. It doesn't matter how great or strong your muscles are or your tendons. If the bones aren't good, then nothing else is going to work. So let's talk about Osteo Strong. What is it that you actually do here? Who wants to take it from here?
Yeah, well, I'll start. So what we do is we have a protocol that by using compression on the bones, it's called axial loading on the bones, it forces, that force on the bones helps to generate new bone growth. So it's really important, especially for women, because after the age of 30, most people are losing about 1% of their bone mass every year. Women, once they hit menopause or postmenopause, are losing 2 to 3% of their bone mass every year. So what we do is through this natural protocol, along with people taking the right supplements and having the right diet, etc., we're able to kick off that bone growth again and get new bone created faster within your body. Because bone is like skin, you know, your skin sheds, bone regenerates itself as well. It's just at a slower rate than like your skin would be. So, but it's important to keep that process going where the bones are regenerating, and if that slows down, if the new bone growth slows down, that's where you start seeing people having problems with their bone density.
Yeah, so you had mentioned there may be some hormonal changes. There's things that happen with age. And then maybe if someone's dealing with certain health conditions that might also affect their bones. These are some of the reasons that are causing people bone density loss. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Those are definitely some, and there are also some medications that cause it as well. So interestingly enough, like people that are on chordal steroids, like if they have asthma, those types of steroids, in fact, are really hard on bone. We also have clients that come in that have been on acid reflux drugs. And for years, we have men coming in that have bone problems because those drugs actually will help, like they're really help inhibit the bone growth in the process of the body's natural process. So there are, and you often see when you see medications advertised on TV, they'll rattle through all the things that can afterwards, like, oh, it can cause this or this or this. And one of the things they often say is like bone loss or bone density loss. So just pay attention to that is what we'd say to people out there that are taking any prescription drugs. If it says that, then you should really have your bone density tested if you've been on those types of drugs for a long period of time. Yeah.
Well, I can attest to that. Actually, someone very close to me is dealing with something where there's a deterioration of their bones, and bone regeneration was actually something that was prescribed to her through the Andrews Institute. And so I know that you actually leverage some of that technology and some of the things that they do here. And so when it comes to the actual things that you're doing, Casey, I'd like you to go into some of the steps and details of what that actually looks like for someone who's coming in and receiving services from you all.
Okay, so they come in for a weekly session, and you're doing 4 bone density machines. We work on your upper body, we work on your lower body, we work on the core, and we work on your posture. So you come in, and each week we have your profile made. You come in, a session takes 10 to 15 minutes at the max. But what you're doing is you're increasing you're telling your body to say, hey, our adaptive response is kicking in. We're going to start reproducing the osteoblasts. Those are the good cells inside of our bones that are keeping them nice and dense. So they're continuing to do that each week when they come in for their appointment. As well as we have other healing and recovery modalities that also help with bone density as well here, aside from the bone density machine. So we offer a lot here.
Well, one thing that I'd like to add too is instead of waiting until you have an issue or a bone density problem or are noticing things, let's talk about maintenance.
Right. So preventative is where we want to start before we get there and have to backtrack. We want to always take care of it first and foremost. So actually 30, 40, 50, at any age you should be aware of the bone density and start preventing it. So that's where we're starting here with OsteoStrong. So.
Yeah, it sounds like you don't necessarily need to have anything going wrong to be able to take advantage of this. This really needs to become part of your health and wellness regimen. Is that kind of what I'm getting from you?
Absolutely. So maintenance, absolutely. So always starting before the issue, and then instead of having to work back. But we have success stories where people have started and they've come here with osteoporosis, and like Shauna, they have reversed it to osteopenia or have reversed it naturally back to normal bone mineralization. That's a victory. So we celebrate all of those. So we have many stories of the victories.
Well, I love it. So now, if someone wants to start this in their daily health routine, or they're wanting to address a specific issue or problem, is this something where they need to get a referral by a doctor, or do they need a prescription or anything? What is it that they need to do to prepare before they come and see you all?
So all they basically need to do is go to osteostrong.me, and they can book an appointment with us. We can do first a phone kind of consultation to see, talk you through. We send you some videos to explain what we do here so you get an idea of it. Or you can book to come into the center and do a complimentary session with us as well. So you can phone us, phone number
850-480-7119.
There we go.
Excellent. I was just about to ask you what's the best way for people to contact you. So giving you a call and then going to, osteostrong.me. And go ahead and they can set up an appointment with you all and everything.
Go and book an appointment on there as well, and we'd love to have you in the center and just to walk through what we do. But I think, again, with Casey and you mentioned, is being preventative is so important. And just remember, you're losing bone mass every year. And so we want to keep your bone regenerating to help you, and don't wait until there's something that does happen, like me falling and breaking something.
Yeah.
Especially for women, postmenopausal women, so important to keep going and keeping. Not only does this protocol help with your bones, it also helps with your muscle strength as well. So that's really important.
Love it. Okay, well, before we wrap up, is there anything that either of you would like to go ahead and tell our viewers, our membership, the audience out there before we go?
Yeah, just if you know of anyone, if it's maybe not your thinking about your own bones, but you probably know somebody else who should be, please have them reach out, because we have to remember that our bones are a really important part. They're our structure, right? And there's like the foundation of the house. If it's not strong, then nothing else can be strong. And so we want people to get strong, and especially as we're getting older, stay strong.
All right, fantastic. Well, everyone, you heard it here. Make sure you go to osteostrong.me to go ahead and set up your appointment, or you can give them a call at
850-480-7119.
And then let's go ahead and all just improve our health and wellness, and then make our bodies strong by strengthening our bone density and our bone health. All right, everyone, thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Shout out again to Fairfield by Marriott,